What's up, my beta bros? Maine-iac here. Saturday, November 3rd, NBA game picks and spread predictions. I do apologize. I was out this morning, so I missed one game, but we will recap that in a little bit at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. This is not the game of the day. I just want to mention something I find funny here. As you scroll through, you can see virtually every player on here has a ball, except for Hardaway, but Hardaway looks good and excited. As you can see, everyone has a basketball. They're actually holding the ball and everything. But then you get to Oladipo, and he just looks pissed. Why is Oladipo the only one getting madly disrespected on NBA 2K19 with a picture that makes him look pissed? Like, he don't even look happy or pumped or anything. He just looks like, what the fuck am I doing here? That's what he looks like. Anyway, this is my game of the day. Celtics Pacers. I will go over that shortly. There's a couple games, one game before that technically. You have the Cavaliers at the Hornets. Hornets favored by 9.5. If the Hornets win this one, they bounce up to 500, which would be incredible. I'm picking the Hornets to win this one. They should cover the spread as well. Obviously, guard play is a huge part of this. No Kevin Love. I think the Hornets have a relatively easy game, but if Sexton and Osman can produce today, Cavs could upset. And then you have the Celtics at the Pacers, NBA TV, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, the day before daylight savings. So, extra sleep in case this one gets exciting at the end of the game. Oladipo versus Kyrie Irving. I don't know if Jaylen Brown is playing, but it should be a very good game. Boston's favored by 3.5. I think they win. This game is in Indiana. I think here it's going to be depth. That's the key to winning for the Celtics. I believe it was the last game. All their starters got double digits. And with Baines and Morris and Rozier coming off the bench, I think they got this one. And you have the Heat at the Hawks. Heat are favored by 5.5 in this one. But I'm picking the Hawks in the upset. Why? No good reason. Statistically, if I had to pick percentages, he'd probably stand a 70% chance of winning this one. But I feel like Trae Young is going to harness the inner bird, the hawk, and win this one. I don't know why. It's just something in my gut tells me trust Trae Young tonight. So, you know what? I'm trusting Trae Young. Am I going to regret that? Most likely. And you have the Rockets at the Bulls. Rockets finally pull off their second win of the year. And then in their 8th game, I think they get their 3rd win. Favored by 8, facing the Bulls team. I think Chris Paul can do enough to lead them to victory. Carmelo Anthony shot well last time, but I think he can do it again. I think the Rockets win, pulled to 3-5. A lot better than they previously were. Then you have the Pelicans at the Spurs. Spurs favored by 3.5. I'm picking the Pelicans in the quote-unquote upset. It should be a good game, though. Should be a very good game. Greg Popovich, no matter who plays for him, watching him coach is always a fun time, especially when they do the interviews in between quarters. That's always a blast, too. And you have a Jazz-Nuggets game. Nuggets favored by 4.5. Jazz are very interestingly not doing that well. They're 4-4. I think I'm going to pick the Jazz to pull off the upset here. Why? I think Gobert can handle Jokic as well as you can defensively. I think they're going to pressure them inside the paint. Hopefully Mitchell plays this time. I think that's why they lost last time. I like the ceiling more for the Jazz in this one than I like I think they'll just have a really good game. I think they'll click. I think they'll go. That kind of thing. But I never underestimate the Nuggets. The Nuggets are favored by 4.5 for a reason. They are a really good team. That's why I'm calling it an upset. I'm picking the Jazz. I think they'll win. But the Nuggets are going to make this a game. This is a game here that, boom, it could be a 1-point game, last second shot. That's how good this game is. And you have the Lakers, Trailblazers. Trailblazers favored by 3. I'm picking the Trailblazers to win this one. They got the shooters. The Lakers don't necessarily have shooters, quote-unquote shooters, on their team. So I think it will come down to 3-point shooting, and I think the the Trailblazers have the advantage there. And then, boom, recap of the Pistons at the 76ers. Good game. 76ers pulled off the win by 10. I probably would have picked them to win this game anyway. Embiid scored 39, which is a really, really good game for him. Blake Griffin had a tremendous game as well. Shot 12 for 21 for 38 points and 13 rebounds. Also pulled in 6 assists, but was in foul trouble at the end. If I had to pick a reason why the Pistons lost, Drummond only had 8 points and 9 rebounds, so he wasn't too effective. Johnson and Jackson combined to be 1 for 10 from 3, and total 3 of 18 overall. If they would have shot 50%, that's another 12 points at the victory rate there. Also, Brown chipped in for 12 minutes, but got shot 0 for 3. So they shot 39% from the field, 16% from 3. They shot 5 for 30. You cannot do that in the NBA. They took 83 shot attempts to the 76ers' 69 shot attempts. But the 76ers shot 40% and 31% from 3, so they shot a lot better. Underrated player for the night probably would be Shamet. The point guard for the 76ers had a solid game, shooting 4 for 7, 2 for 5 from 3 with 11 points. And he had a rebound and an assist in 19 minutes. Doesn't look like a lot, but he contributed. And sometimes that's all you need is to contribute. Embiid had 17 rebounds and 39 points and shot 1 for 3 from 3. And of course, Simmons doesn't shoot threes. He shot only 2 for 4 for 9 points. And looked like they were also in foul trouble. So that's pretty interesting that Embiid was the only one over 16 points on the Sixers, and they still got the W. Anyway, guys, don't forget, tomorrow I'm doing the simulation for the current status of the playoffs. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. I personally recommend that. I still don't know a working title yet, so if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Peace.